States and Iran is no longer just another geopolitical headline. It's beginning to look like the early stage of a much larger global crisis. Military movements, diplomatic breakdowns, and rising rhetoric from both sides are creating a volatile environment where even a small spark could ignite something far more dangerous. Defense analysts warn that this isn't just about two countries anymore. Iran's network of regional allies and proxy groups could rapidly expand any confrontation, potentially drawing in multiple nations across the Middle East. Now, at the same time, the United States continues to strengthen its military presence, signaling that it is prepared for a wide range of scenarios, from deterrence to direct engagement. Now, for Americans watching from home, this situation could have real consequences, from rising fuel prices to economic uncertainty and even the possibility of military escalation. The ripple effects would not stay overseas. What makes this moment especially concerning is how quickly events could spiral. History has shown that conflicts in this region can escalate in days, not months. Right now, the world stands at a crossroads. Whether this becomes another contained standoff or the beginning of a broader conflict depends on decisions being made behind closed doors and how long both sides are willing to hold back. Now, behind the headlines, a significant military buildup is quietly taking shape. The United States has been repositioning advanced warships, deploying additional aircraft, and reinforcing strategic bases across the region. While officials describe these moves as defensive, the scale and speed just suggest preparation for something much larger. Now, military experts point out that such deployments are rarely random. They are calculated, deliberate, and often signal that leadership is preparing for multiple possible outcomes, including worst case scenarios. Aircraft carriers, long range bombers, and missile defense systems don't just appear overnight, they are part of a broader strategy that unfolds in stages. What's raising concern is the lack of detailed public explanation. While transparency is limited for security reasons, it also leaves room for speculation and anxiety. Americans are left wondering whether these moves are meant to prevent conflict or prepare for it. If tensions continue to rise, this buildup could become a turning point. It sends a clear message to Iran, but it also increases the risk of miscalculation. In situations like this, even a minor incident, an intercepted aircraft, a warning shot, a misunderstanding, can escalate into something far more serious. While the headlines focus on military movements, the economic impact is already beginning to unfold, and it could soon hit Americans where it hurts most. Their wallets, like oil markets, are reacting to the growing instability, and prices are starting to climb as uncertainty spreads. At the center of this concern is the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow but critical waterway through which a significant portion of the world's oil supply passes. If tensions disrupt this route, even temporarily, the effects could be immediate and severe. Now, fuel prices could surge, transportation costs could rise, and everyday goods could become more expensive. For many American families already dealing with inflation, this adds another layer of financial pressure. Experts warn that the energy costs don't just affect gas stations, they ripple through the entire economy, influencing everything from groceries to shipping. Now, the situation highlights a powerful reality. Events thousands of miles away can quickly shape daily life at home, and if the crisis deepens, the financial impact could be felt sooner and more sharply than many expect. Now, as tensions rise, the battlefield may not be limited to land, sea, or air. It could move into cyberspace, where the stakes are just as high and the threats are far less visible. Security experts are increasingly warning that Iran could respond to pressure not with missiles, but with cyber attacks targeting critical American infrastructure. In the past, Iranian linked groups have demonstrated the ability to disrupt financial systems and attempt intrusions in sensitive networks. Now, with tensions escalating, the concern is that these efforts could intensify and expand. Potential targets include power grids, water systems, transportation networks, and even communication platforms. Now, what makes cyber warfare particularly dangerous is its unpredictability. Attacks can happen without warning, spread rapidly, and cause widespread disruption before they are fully understood. For everyday Americans, this could mean power outages, banking issues, or interruptions to essential services. Government agencies are reportedly strengthening defenses, but experts caution that no system is completely secure as these conflicts evolve, as cyberspace could become one of its most unpredictable and impactful front lines. And behind the scenes, American service members stationed across the Middle East are facing increasing pressure as tensions rise. Military bases have moved to higher alert levels, with troops preparing for scenarios that range from defensive operations to potential combat situations. For the men and women in uniform, this is more than just strategy, it's personal. Increased readiness means longer hours, heightened vigilance, and the constant awareness that conditions could change at any moment. Families back home are also feeling the strain, knowing that the deployments could be extended or intensified. Military leadership emphasizes preparedness, but the atmosphere on the ground reflects the seriousness of the situation. Drills are intensifying, security measures are tightening, and contingency plans are being reviewed and updated. This is the human side of geopolitical tension, one that often goes unseen. While headlines focus on strategy and politics, it's the individuals on the front lines who experience the reality of rising conflict first. And the diplomatic efforts between the United States and Iran appear to be reaching a critical point, with negotiations struggling to produce meaningful progress. Talks surrounding nuclear agreements, sanctions, and regional stability have stalled, leaving both sides increasingly frustrated. Now, diplomacy has long been considered the safest path to avoiding conflict, but it requires compromise, and that's proven difficult in the current climate. Each side remains firm in its position, and the gap between them shows little sign of narrowing. Now, experts warn that when diplomacy fails, the risk of escalation rises dramatically. Without active communication and negotiation, misunderstandings become more likely and more dangerous. This moment could represent a turning point. Either both sides find a way back to the negotiating table with renewed urgency, or the situation continues to drift toward confrontation. The outcome will shape not only regional stability but also the broader global landscape. Now, the Pentagon has delivered a clear and powerful message. Any attack on American forces or interests will be met with overwhelming force while intended as deterrent. The statement underscores just how serious the situation has become. Such language is not used lightly. It reflects a readiness to act if necessary and signals that military options are firmly on the table. For allies, it offers reassurance. For adversaries, it serves as a warning. However, strong rhetoric can have a double-edged effect. While it may prevent aggression, it can also escalate tensions if perceived as provocative. The balance between deterrence and escalation is delicate and increasingly difficult to maintain. As both sides exchange warnings, the risk is not just in what is said, but in how it is interpreted. In high-stakes situations like this, words can carry as much weight as actions. Now, the potential for a broader regional conflict is one of the most concerning aspects of the current situation. The Middle East is a complex network of alliances, rivalries, and ongoing tensions, meaning that any escalation between the US and Iran could quickly involve other nations. Countries across the region are preparing for possible fallout, increasing security measures, and reassessing their own positions. Some are urging restraint, while others are quietly strengthening their defenses. For the United States, this raises the stakes significantly. A localized conflict could evolve into a multi-front situation requiring greater resources and involvement. For the global community, it could disrupt trade, security, and diplomatic relations on a massive scale. This is why analysts stress the importance of de-escalation. The consequences of a wider conflict would extend far beyond the immediate region, affecting economies and stability worldwide. As global tensions rise, a question that hasn't been seriously considered in decades is beginning to surface again. Could the United States ever reinstate a military draft? While there are currently no official plans to do so, the conversation itself reflects growing concern. Historically, drafts have been implemented during large-scale conflicts when voluntary enlistment was not enough to meet military needs. Today's all-volunteer force remains strong, but prolonged or expanded conflict scenarios could shift the discussion. For younger Americans, the idea is unsettling. It represents a level of national involvement that many have never experienced. Even if unlikely, the mere possibility highlights how serious the global situation feels to many observers. The discussion serves as a reminder of what's at stake and how quickly circumstances can change in times of conflict. Airlines are beginning to reroute flights to avoid potentially dangerous airspace, a move that reflects growing concern with the aviation industry. While these changes are precautionary, they signal that the situation is being taken seriously on a global scale. For travelers, this could mean longer flight times, delays, and increased ticket prices. Airlines must balance safety with efficiency. In times of uncertainty, safety always comes first. Now, these disruptions highlight how interconnected the world has become. A geopolitical crisis in one region can quickly affect industries and individuals across the globe. As tensions continue, further adjustments may be necessary, adding another layer of complexity to an already uncertain situation. Now, financial markets are reacting to rising tensions with increased volatility, reflecting uncertainty about what comes next. Investors are closely monitoring developments, adjusting strategies as the situation evolves. For everyday Americans, market fluctuations can have real consequences, affecting retirement accounts, investments, and overall economic confidence. Uncertainty often leads to cautious behavior, which can slow economic activity. Experts warn that prolonged instability could amplify these effects, leading to broader economic challenges. While markets can recover, the short term impact can still be significant. This is another example of how global events can quickly translate into personal financial concerns, even for those far removed from the conflict itself. As tensions continue to build, many experts are focusing on a critical window, the coming days. In high stakes situations like this, events can unfold rapidly and decisions made in a short period can have long lasting consequences. The next 72 hours could bring de escalation or a significant shift toward confrontation. Diplomatic efforts, military movements, and strategic decisions are all converging at once. For Americans, this creates a sense of uncertainty and anticipation. The situation remains fluid with no clear outcome yet in sight. One thing is certain, the world is watching closely, and what happens next could shape the future in ways that are possible to ignore. And now, as the story continues to unfold, we'll keep bringing you the latest updates with clarity and accuracy. So make sure you stay informed by subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. And we want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments below because your voice is part of the conversation shaping these global stories.